almost
Lord.
nothing to talk about. Try your best to look towards the camera as much as you
The
can.
camera. There's like 5 cameras.
This is your camera.
Oh,
Like,
okay,
just look
yeah.
in the general direction, not necessarily. Hey, everybody, welcome to Miscast Commentary. I've already hit the microphone. We're 1 second in. I am Joe Finley.
I'm Todd Tebow, the Sailor Murray.
And we are back with you with the first coming attractions in quite some time anyways.
And
We've had,
like forever.
yeah, because we've had a lot of separation. Todd was...
Separation anxiety.
Yeah. Well, you were away working, and
Yep.
then I was away traveling, and
Yep.
then I got sick, and
sounded
then you
fun.
were away
That
working
sounded
again.
fun.
Oh, I
Yeah.
was really in bad shape for like 2 straight weeks, and I still have a really bad cough. But
That's wonderful.
yeah, I was like on the pneumonia spectrum.
On
like,
the spectrum. I
wasn't
think
great.
I had the Sovid
yeah,
for a brief moment there. I couldn't smell right. It was all weird. Everything smelled like
you've
fucking
never
whatever
smelled
the
right.
hell.
Hi-yo.
Yeah. Oh, guys, right. Oh,
No,
fuck.
I'll tell you this. This is a little thing you're going to learn about Todd right now. The sweatiest he would get, like anybody else would have BO, he would smell like apples. And I don't know what that is.
It was a deodorant.
It was oh, was it?
Yeah.
Why didn't you?
That's a good one, though.
You didn't put me onto that deodorant. I think I was like one of the early adopters of
It
Axe
was,
body
yeah,
spray.
it was. Oh, yeah, of course, right. It came with your subscription of Maxim Magazine.
Oh God,
A free thing of that. You're like, oh,
I forgot.
yeah.
I forgot Maxim
Chocolate
was a
sex.
thing.
Yeah. Oh, no way. Fucking Maxim was awesome.
Yeah, I just forgot about it.
Now,
It
if there was
just-
who would be in Maxim now?
I don't even
Anya
know.
Taylor-Joy. There would be like,
I don't
you
feel
know,
like
because
she
back in
does
the day
that
it was like
shit.
Jessica Alba. No, you have to though. Back in the
Oh,
day,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
You know, this is back in the day. What chick now? Like Zendaya.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
no
think she'd be a big one.
titties. Like good for you, Zendaya.
There'd be a lot of those shirts that are like
Yeah, all the
open
girls are
shirts.
skinny. I'm trying to think of like who are the busty, sexy. You know, like they're I guess are they shying away from this kind of thing in Hollywood now? Who the fuck
More.
would be in Maxim?
I don't know. You know, it actually made me think when you just mentioned that. I was kind of like, it is this realm of like the sexy cover girl is the same way I look at wrestlers right now. Is like I don't know who any of these people are because I haven't paid enough attention to it in
Right.
any amount of time.
Yo, that's a thing.
Yeah.
This is gonna haunt my dreams. Who would be in Maxim?
Oh,
You know,
man.
would be wicked to see like
Yeah.
the funny ladies, to have like Melissa McCarthy,
Yeah.
Tina Fey, Amy Poehler looking sexy. That would be
Yeah.
cool.
I
I
think
would bang any one of them.
they would bang you.
Fucking right, they will.
They're feminists. They're not fucking around. Which is the exact reason they wouldn't be in Maxim to
Exactly.
begin with.
no, because like, oh my god, who the hell is even out there? There's Charlize.
Yeah. Yeah,
I feel like
she'd
she
have
would do it.
She'd have done it in her time. She probably did do it. She's old enough that Maxim was the thing then.
Who's the pinup girl now?
I don't know. That's a great question. Put in the comments, people.
Yeah, for real. Like,
Who
I
is-
can't even think. I should know. I see like a million movies. You know, Anna de Armas.
She'd be
There
a
you
good-
go.
That'd be a good
She
one.
would be in fucking
Knives Out. She
yep.
was next level.
She's
Beautiful.
done lots of naked modeling pictures. I've seen
Yeah.
them.
Bond. She was
she doesn't
really.
care.
She was.
She would be a good one.
She was my absolute highlight in No Time to Die. By the way. She was so good in that.
Yeah, of course. Like, she had way more. The fucking movie was terrible.
Yeah.
She was the best part of it.
Yeah.
What
That's what I
about
said.
the super hot black girl from Black Panther?
Lupita
maybe not
Nyong'o?
Lupita Nyong'o.
She-
Oh shit!
To me, she is the most beautiful woman on the planet.
She
and
is super
she-
hot.
No magazine can hold her
I
image
know,
on
but
it.
still, like,
It's like if you printed it on, it would like she would just like ascend off of it,
It'd be
and it would
3D.
just be a blank screen. And
No,
she'd
the
be
middle,
gone, like, yeah.
the middle, you would open, and her picture would be one of those pop out ones.
Yeah.
She'd be in it.
God,
She's one right there, Lupita
she
Nyong'o.
is just the most
Oh,
beautiful.
but she's
human
smoking
being on
season.
the
That could be
planet.
one.
She is
I'm
just-
telling you, you're telling me right now that they're like, you're just going to be in a bikini in a men's magazine. They wouldn't
Yeah.
take mad cash for that. Come on, of course they would.
A lot of them wouldn't.
yeah,
now.
fuck
There's
yeah, you don't
way
think
too
so?
many people who don't fuck around with that.
But they even
stuff
do the same
anymore.
thing anyways in like an ad for like a you know, some other thing. They'll be
Yeah.
half naked. Well, why
Yeah.
not for, you know, Maxim, which I don't even
Yeah.
think exists, or FFM, FHM. What was the other one?
That sounds right.
Yeah, I remember back in the day that there was like Jennifer Love, huge tits. She was in there.
Yeah.
Jessica Alba.
Anybody
Not
else
Blake
who was on-
Lively, the other one that was with Ryan. Oh my God,
Scarlett
I
Johansson.
see this. Oh yeah, ScarJo. She was in it, right? I saw this friggin' preview for a movie, and it was like from the genius mind of John Krasinski comes If, and I'm like, the dude's made 2 movies.
Yeah.
Can we add this at the beginning?
Yeah.
I'm like, the fuck is this?
Well, in fairness, they did it with Jordan Peele when he had done one
Movie. I'm like,
So,
come
I
on.
mean,
You think when you're seeing, from the mind of like, Steven Spielberg, you're like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Dude's made 2 movies that are like half decent.
Yeah. I'd like to see him do more. Like, don't get me wrong.
Well,
It's just,
I just think that to add what they did
I agree.
ridiculous.
I agree, especially when you're doing something completely different. Like, this is his first time trying something new. Don't put that kind of pressure on his name.
Well, even like just yeah, exactly. It was like when Shyamalan was like, only me and Spielberg know how to make a real fucking movie.
Oh,
And it was like, that's the end of you, buddy. Like,
Yeah.
the guy made A Quiet Place 1 and A Quiet Place 2, and now
Yeah.
to be like, he's a genius.
And
Here's his
Shyamalan's
next movie.
probably like somewhere going, I wanted to make those
yeah,
movies.
it's like a movie with Ryan Reynolds and some Muppets.
My twist was that
Wow.
Jay and Silent Bob were going to be there. And Silent Bob
be
is the
great.
safest person in the world.
That'd be great.
But,
He probably is. That's why Rosario Dawson loves him.
yeah, everybody loves Rosario Dawson, too. There's another one.
I think she was actually
Probably.
back in the day.
Probably around her Rent days.
Yep, I think she actually was.
We'll keep
Yeah, come
falling
on,
into
come
that
on,
over the
come
course
on,
of the
everybody,
day.
like, who's going to be in the new Maxim?
Come on.
Who's the new?
Yeah, Todd and I are relaunching
If
Maxim.
Playboy was going, who the fuck nowadays are they going to pay to be $1 million to be in it?
Yeah.
Right? They had Angelina Jolie, they had Halle Berry, they had
Yeah.
who are they going to pay now? And do we even want to see them?
Caitlyn Jenner.
Fuck yes. Oh yeah, but we all want to. Playboy's not going to show the money shot. We want to see the money shot. I want to see below the belt.
No.
What does it look like?
I want Caitlyn Jenner in Penthouse only so Bob Guccione can photograph her peeing.
I feel like Caitlyn Jenner's undercarriage
Yeah.
looks like mac and cheese with ripped up hot dogs in it.
Yeah. No, I don't think
No.
she I don't no, I
He got
think that's
bad
what
cash. She probably has the nicest
Yeah.
badge going.
Oh, I was going to say I don't think she actually had the surgery, to be honest. I have not
What?
I've not followed it, but I don't think she did.
She has a
That-
penis.
I
You can't
I
win
don't
Women of the
100%.
Year if you have a dink still.
actually that's
Or
probably
Woman of the Year.
that's probably what got the votes. It's like that's the only thing that's been missing from a woman.
Right?
If a woman
It's a
had a ding,
penis.
if a woman had a
about
penis,
time.
now we're talking.
It's
Now
about
that's a powerful woman.
That's
Yeah. But if you want to
yeah,
talk
no
about
shit because all the testosterone.
But if you want to
There's-
talk, but if you want to talk about mashed up mac and cheese genitals, probably go to the vehicular homicide victim of Bruce Jenner.
Oh right, yes. Oh my god.
What if
You
they
got away with
swapped?
that.
What if he died in the thing, and then what was left of the person who got hit
Survived.
took over?
Oh, whoa.
Chris, watch
You have
out!
to. This is like
Don't pay
the
alimony.
new season of like Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
God.
This is our new tab.
That's literally
It's
keeping
like-
up. Who's who? Why is Kanye still here? I don't know the way out of this house.
I don't understand. You don't think that gets me with Kanye is like I know that he's had like a mental break, but it's like even his new music sucks. It's like he's had 3 albums of like bangers, and it's like
Yeah.
how do you lose that?
Yeah.
I understand how somebody in like a Michael Jordan or a sports thing, you get older, you lose it.
Mhm.
But in a creative sense,
Yeah.
the guy just made banger after banger, and then suddenly he just fucking blows. Like what the hell? Like
But not everybody thinks that, right? And then that's like he's like,
He's
I'm
a
going in this
fucking-
direction, and they're but those are the people who usually follow them wherever they go. It's like they either just genuinely are so into him that they just automatically like what he's doing, or so much so that they're kind of in denial about where things
that's
are at.
that's exactly what it is. I read so many reviews of his newest album,
Yeah,
Donda, and it was
Yes.
like, oh my god, this is the worst thing I've ever fucking heard.
I know. I
And
just
you were like, this is amazing from the first track, which is just like 4 minutes of Donda, 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 Donda,
yeah.
Donda.
He's
I'm
start-
like, wow, this is art. Here we go.
Yeah.
Like, it's like,
Yeah, didn't Yoko Ono do this in
Yeah.
like 73?
like, what the fuck?
But yeah, that's
Kim K, she would be in
The-
Maxim.
all the girls would be.
They'd be in Maxim.
They would all be like Kim would be in it, and then Chloe and what's the other one?
Kendall.
No, she's a Jenner. I'm talking just the Kardashian girls.
Oh, Kylie,
Kylie's a Jenner.
the tranny one. OJ's
No.
kid.
No, it's Chloe, and then there's another.
Oh, Chloe, Kim, and Kylie.
No, Kylie is Jenner.
No, the three older ones. And
Yeah,
then the
Kylie's
mom is the
Chris.
of the two.
Yeah.
No. Chris is the mom to the three.
Yeah.
Which is Chloe,
Yeah.
Kylie. Or no,
Yeah.
what is her name? She's with Buddy from fucking Thing now.
Now I have to
From
Google
Blink-182.
the Kardashians, and I'm fucking furious.
You should be. You know what? You should be fucking totally pissed.
I had to type a lot
I'm
before Cardinal
fucking
Official was not the first autocorrect.
Was it?
It was
It's
for a
on
bit.
Canadian content. You have your phone set to Canadian content.
Yeah,
So
Courtney.
then, you know, Courtney.
Courtney with a K. KKK. Don't forget that.
It's true. Wow.
And then you know what the meanest thing is? Bruce changes the name to Caitlyn, not with a K. All these Ks, even his own children.
He knew it.
Kylie and Kendall Jenner are
Yeah.
his children,
Yeah.
and then he goes Caitlyn with a C. What a bitch.
Wow. He didn't want to bring up the KKK.
Yeah.
You know, that's like the LGBTQ, whatever they add things. He's like, no, KKK is perfect. He's like, I'm going with a C.
He's a
Start
Republican.
changing it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Come on now. You think they argue? You know, like the costume where it's like half man, half woman, and they like spin when they're singing the duet song. Like, does he do that in the mirror? Is he like Two-Face? He's like, you fucking cut your penis up. He's like, I got my fucking penis up, you.
Caitlyn's not Two-Face. Caitlyn is just one awful face.
Right?
It's
Does the mirror have two faces?
Caitlyn is the Smeagol Gollum conversation.
Right.
Oops, all Gollums.
Oops. Oh my god, like oops, all crunch berries.
That's what I'm getting
Fuck,
at.
man. What a cereal. Your shit is fucked.
Yeah.
It's fucked. It's so worth it. Who gives
I
a
like-
shit?
I watched a thing on last week tonight. It was like a web exclusive where they talked specifically about all the weird cereals. He's like, there's
Come
Reese's
on.
Puff cereal.
Did they?
Yeah. And he's like,
That's my bit.
and he's
bro.
like, everybody stop. And he's like, and everybody stopped now. And he's like, do something. He's like, here's a couple great ones off the top of my head. Gushers, the cereal.
Oh
Who cares?
god. Oh my lord.
And then he's like, oops, all marshmallows. And I'm like, that's actually a thing.
I love it. I just love it because it was like they fucked up.
Yeah.
Like as if they're admitting that they fucked up in the factory
Yeah.
and then made the box that. Like
Yeah.
was each box oops, it's all crunch berry. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I'm like,
Well,
I don't really understand
This
what's
was
happening
their
here.
this was their version of the left Twix, right Twix. Thing.
Right, but no, it's like as if you're writing and then
Yeah.
you're saying,
Oh yeah,
you
stream
know,
of consciousness.
Yeah, like, oops! All the guy at the
Yeah.
box is like,
I'd
"Fuck,
like-
these are all crunch berries." Oh shit! I typed it in while I said it.
I'd like to think of it as a public apology.
you're right.
Yeah.
That should be in the back. Your shit's gonna be like liquid fucking unicorn.
But it's
you're
also-
fucked.
But it's also gonna feel like you're pooping out like metal blades
Yeah.
because like
It's so worth it.
Cap'n Crunch is made of something
So worth it.
something terrifying.
American cereals shit compared to Canadian, but Captain Crunch is exactly the same
Yeah.
on both sides.
Yeah. I loved that. Was the only one that I really liked the taste of.
Fruit Loops is good in Canada.
I've never been a big cereal guy, and even then I eat it dry because I'm fucking crazy.
That is fucked up.
But
The guy doesn't like cake. He has cookie.
I like cake.
Wow, just have to do something
just because I get cookie doesn't mean I don't like cake. It's just a preference thing. I like cake just fine.
Just because I get cookie don't mean I don't
Yeah,
like cake.
I love cake. Yeah. Peach. I could eat a peach for hours.
Like Cookie from Empire. Oh my god, I just saw fucking like the Color Purple, the musical.
That's something I wanted to bring up actually. Talk about the musical first, and then I'll.
And I just think it was like, who is this for?
Well, the Color
Who
Purple.
the fuck is gonna go like Jesus Christ? Like,
Well, this is a thing, and this is what's going on right now, because that came out as a musical on Broadway like ages ago, and that.
maybe it was
and
big.
then, they were coming out, and it's just funny because it's like, okay, we're seeing all these remakes, and I'm like, really, we're remaking a Spielberg movie? But then it was like, oh no, it's the musical. I'm like, all right, fuck, whatever, go do your thing.
There's another
and-
one too. Oh, Mean Girls, the musical, yeah.
Mean Girls, the musical. But
Yeah.
here's the thing that's happening right now. They are not advertising these as musicals. They are not showing you any singing.
Right.
They're not showing any.
I
anything.
saw a preview in the theater and it was totally a musical, definitely.
Oh, did you?
For
For which?
yeah, for the Color
Oh,
Purple.
for the Color Purple. Okay, good. But the
Mean Girls was not as cut and dry.
Mean Girls looks like they just straight up
Made the movie again.
The movie again with a lot of the same actors
cast.
except the kids.
Yeah. Oh, what
And
the
then
fuck? It's like there's Tina Fey there as well, of course. You know, what's his
Tim
name?
Meadows.
Tim Meadows,
and,
come
like,
on, he's gonna be there.
Yeah, they're all there, and I'm just like, what the fuck is happening? And then I was like, oh, it's the music. And then
Musical.
I knew about the musical, and I put two and two together, and blah blah blah. Then there's that one that's out right now, something Bethlehem.
Oh my god, this movie looks like, oh my word.
Yeah, also a musical.
Is it the one with like Keith What's his
No,
name?
no. Well, maybe I don't know.
It's the one. It's like the story of Jesus, only it
yeah.
stars like Keith Stanfield.
No,
it's like the weirdest looking movie.
It
like,
is.
What the
yeah.
fuck movie is this?
Yeah, I saw that too, but that's not the one I was talking about. It's something.
I know what
something
you're
to
talking about.
Bethlehem.
Yes, it is.
And it's Antonio Banderas is in it.
Yep.
And I saw like a
preview
quick
for it.
thing, and he was singing, but it wasn't part of the trailer. And when I saw the trailer, I didn't see any. Now it might have been just like a teaser thing or whatever, but I didn't see anything that suggested it was a musical. I'm like, what the fuck?
What studio
Wonka
is this?
I don't know. A22.
Right.
Not
right,
enough for 24.
Yeah.
And then Wonka. There was expectations because it's like, well, the other one was musical and blah blah blah, whatever.
It was like a
more or
loose
less.
musical.
Yeah. And then it was like this one, and then it was again, and they're like, but they don't show you that. They're hiding the fact
That it's
like
a musical.
that it's a musical because they don't want to hit.
Dude, I
initial audience.
saw Wonka,
Mhm.
and we sat down in the theater.
Yeah.
And when it started, I looked at my buddy Julian, and I was like, "This is a fucking musical."
Yeah.
Because I did not know it was a musical either, at all.
So, and that's the thing, and it's just like, and I was talking to my wife about it, and she said, and she was like, "Well, the other one was a musical." I'm like, "But that doesn't necessarily mean anything." I was like,
Right.
there have been musicals that have turned into live action, not musicals,
Right.
and the other way around. And I was like, this was its own thing, right? And and I was like, what was it? The Tim Burton one wasn't a musical, if I'm remembering correctly. There was a couple of bits in it, but nothing.
Which one?
The Tim Burton, the Charlie and the Chocolate
Oh, I
Factory
know.
with-
I don't think I've even seen it.
Oh.
I was like, I'm not watching
Why?
this
Just because it looked
movie.
awful?
Yeah, I was just like, nah, I'm not into this.
Yeah. And then we managed to sneak Hugh Grant. This is the new fad too of
Oh,
2022,
he was awesome,
2023.
though. He was awesome in it.
They're just
I
quick.
liked it. I liked it.
He's been good and stuff. He was really good in Dungeons and Dragons.
He was
too.
Dungeons and Dragons was a fantastic movie.
Dungeons and Dragons was my sleeper of the year.
I agree.
actually.
I agree. That movie was way better than it had any right to be. It was so good.
Everybody was
Chris
good
Pine
in
is
it.
so good. Like, oh
Yeah.
my god. But
They're
yeah,
still
everybody was good
apparently
in
they're
it.
still making another one.
I heard that they weren't, but I like that they are.
He said, Chris Pine said he said he's very confident they're going to do it. There's just no immediate plans. Like it's
Right.
not like there's a script or anything.
Like
Like
the
that,
new
so.
Star Trek, poor bastard.
Yeah,
He's in like double whammy. You know what I saw as well?
yeah,
A Godzilla Minus One.
yes. I've heard
Totally
nothing
awesome.
but great things.
Dude,
about
the
that.
movie cost $15 million.
Yeah.
How is that even possible?
You don't pay your actors.
That's
$20
exactly what I just said. No, but it was like no way. It was like it was a big budget movie, man.
Yeah.
If this movie was made in Hollywood, it would be at
Yeah.
least $200 million.
This is this
They
is
probably didn't pay anybody.
and this is all the proof you need.
I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, this is all the proof you need of where like the price gouging of Hollywood takes place.
I was like,
Where-
wow.
Their crews are, and I had a conversation with somebody like online about this. No, not a fight. You'll be happy to know. It was just I was like, here's the thing. The crews are hyper inflated because of like union rules and stuff like that on Hollywood sets. So there's way like I'm not going to say there's more people than they need.
The movie should be a
But
wake up call to Hollywood.
There's so many goddamn people on sets that are like, and that require certain salaries and all these different
Yeah.
things. Then when they hire out CG and stuff like that, they're hiring out a bunch of different places with ridiculous deadlines. So they're having to pay essentially more. Now they're paying each
get
other.
the deadline
Yeah.
done.
Because it's like what you're doing is like everybody bids out, right? It's not like they're going to call somebody and go, we'll pay you this much to do it. It's like they're like, okay, we need, like 150 shots and whatever.
Right.
And we need it in such and such, like in 40 days. What can you guys do? But it's going to be expensive because it's like, oh, well, we're going to have to pay 150 people overtime every goddamn day
Yep.
to do this. So that's another thing, right? So they're not taking their time. They're rushing shit. So that costs more money to do that. Marketing is the biggest thing in the world for them. So they spend another $100 million on that.
I
It's
think
just
I
like-
think that this movie made Hollywood look like a fucking joke.
Yeah,
Like a
couldn't-
fucking $15 million.
could not agree more.
15 million. Dude, Godzilla's ripping buildings apart.
Yeah.
Dude, there's like 4 wicked Godzilla scenes.
Yeah.
Wicked.
Yeah, it's
And you're like, what the shit? Like one scene of that movie would have been $100 million in Hollywood. I was like, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, for sure.
It's good too. It's really fucking good.
That's good to hear. From good to, I want it to be good, but I'm hearing not great things. Aquaman.
Oh, I'm doing a double whammy tomorrow.
Are you?
I'm seeing Aquaman at 12:20, and oh, dude, you know they're trying to recoup their money.
Yeah.
There's no regular screening.
Oh, really?
There's either a real 3D,
yeah,
or laser ultra.
Yeah.
I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Really?
But I'm going to see Aquaman at 12:20, and then at 3:10, I'm seeing the Iron Claw.
Oh, I'd like to see the Iron Claw. That looks good. I think that's going to do really good things for Zac Efron.
Well, I don't really think hopefully, yeah. He's always just like right on the verge, of being like this big, but he's always in stuff.
Yeah, he's always in stuff, and he's, but like I think he's trying to like get over that hump and like be like, hey guys, take me seriously now. I want to be, I want to like be in at the big boy table.
And you're right. Maybe he's getting there.
Yeah, if we wanted to equate this to wrestling, he's never been Intercontinental Champion yet.
Right. He's kind of like that. Oh shit!
What?
Speaking of wrestling, CM Punk showed up at WWE.
Yes, he did.
Fucking hell froze over. I couldn't I was like, holy fucking shit.
Yeah, I know.
I couldn't fucking believe it.
That's how long it's been, by the way, since we've actually talked about any of this stuff.
Like, that's like the biggest fucking thing. AEW is like so fucked. Like, oh my God. They gotta get their shit together. Poor Edge. He's like, I'm going over to this company. Now it's like, oh,
like
just
in time.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Like, he saved Seth Rollins' title reign.
Yeah.
In a sense, like, because Seth Rollins needs somebody at his level to fight at WrestleMania, and this is going to be the guy, and I hope he doesn't win. Oh my God.
Yeah.
If Seth Rollins is going to, you know what would be, what's a pisser for Seth Rollins?
What's that?
Is that like, when The Rock came back and fought CM Punk at WrestleMania, CM Punk bitched all fucking day long that The Rock didn't have his cardio. He came in, he was no good.
Yeah.
And now this is exactly the same scenario with Seth Rollins and the company now.
Yeah.
Any wrestler will get into the ring with him and they will run fucking circles around him because he's fucking terrible. And now they're going to wait. Oh, apparently he's fighting, it might even be tonight. He's fighting Dominic Mysterio.
Oh,
and
really?
we'll see what happens. But they're going to be like, you have to, save him, like make him look good.
Oh yeah.
Which is exactly what he didn't like when he was top of the mountain. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know.
And Seth Rollins said that in the fucking little tete-a-tete that they had, and he was like, I'm gonna fucking rock your world. And I was like, yes, he is, CM Punk. Like, you're so fucked. Like,
I had heard that because like when the initial thing happened, there was like this big like blow up kind of thing because they didn't tell a lot of people he was going to be there.
Yeah, it was a big thing.
But then they also said it also came out afterwards, I guess, that it was a bit of a work.
It was with Seth Rollins.
So it was fine, but like it was just.
But he is absolutely going to work circles around him.
But I also think that there's probably not a ton of love lost, like with him, just in his reputation when he like. His end of WWE. Now, again, this is a man who's got very little experience with the product anymore, but just things that I've seen and read. Just like his kind of like burning his bridges on the way out, and like he got to do that promo where he shit talked everything. Yeah. It was basically, this is all lesser than, and then fucks up his own mixed martial arts career, and then goes
That's all he does.
Then goes into AEW, and then burns those bridges by being a real life asshole, and now he's back, and we'll see.
Right, I'm like, what the shit?
Yeah, and
like, well, like I said, we're gonna see, but I'm guaranteeing you that WWE has signed him to some kind of a behavioral clause. I guarantee you. They haven't come out with this, but there's no fucking way in hell from what he did at AEW. Yeah. There's no way he would have done that. You think that he would have done that sitting next to Vince McMahon? What he did with Tony Khan, all that shit that he said at that interview?
No, but
Vince McMahon would have been like snapped his fingers, and like some giant monster would have come in and snapped his neck and dragged him backstage.
And that giant monster is Vince McMahon with a little pencil mustache that he was wearing.
He has now,
and then
we'll see what happens. It's gonna be good though. It's interesting.
And then also speaking of AEW, a little bit of controversy with Ric Flair where he was doing some promo and he invited all the 18 to 28-year-old girls in the audience to go to his hotel room so he could have sex with them.
On.
So he got into a bunch of shit with that, and then they cut
They're
it out.
legal age women.
Yeah,
they
and
can
then
make their own
well,
decision if they want to go to old ass.
I guess he was acting like a weird, gross drunk, though. Like just in the thing, like he wasn't being a wrestler doing a promo.
Yeah,
he was just being a creep ass,
Yeah.
actually trying to get ass in the ring.
Sweet.
And so they ended up cutting it out of the thing, and he's threatened to quit before he has that final match with Sting, which is the only reason he's there in the first place.
He already had his final match. How many final matches can this guy
this
have?
is for
He's
Sting.
Like, Kiss.
He's been brought in to be Sting's final match.
Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Ric Flair's already had his.
Yeah,
like,
no,
18,
I know, but this isn't about it's not about Ric Flair. This one, this is about like Sting. He's gonna have his last hurrah, and
should be Hogan,
and he chose to have. Oh God, I don't know who. Yeah, like I was like, it needs to be a WC. It needs to be a WCW guy, but I'm like
Vader.
Oh God, is he still a thing?
He's probably dead.
I was gonna say, there's no chance he's alive.
He was a huge WCW guy that could come out and fight. It should be It should be like,
Dallas Page.
Who did he never fight? Should be the Undertaker.
That
should be Sting versus the Undertaker, but that'll never happen because he's not going to AEW.
No, not a billion years. So
who the hell? Oh, Bray Wyatt. Oh, nope.
Oops. Whoops.
What?
I didn't know till after he died that he was IRS's son.
Yes. Yeah, Mike Rotunda. Yeah.
I did not know that.
Fucking A.
So, yeah, I was learning all kinds of shit. But yeah, anyways, we were talking about Aquaman a million years ago.
Apparently it's terrible.
And that's the thing. And I read this. I read the whole review, but the headline of the review was a sinking end to the DCEU, because this is the last official movie of the DCEU, and they're like, and it's not going out with a
because
bang.
all the rewrites and whatever. I loved Aquaman 1. I thought it was fucking awesome.
I thought it was a lot of
fun. You couldn't just carry over the same formula. Why is it so bad?
I have a feeling the energy and the overall effort dropped when they realized that nothing further is going to come of it.
Right. So what?
But
you still got paid to do the job.
But the good news is, well, I'm just talking about budget and things like that too.
Right.
Like the company's not going to pour a bunch of money into something that they know is like the end. Like and not the end in like the here's the finale of Lord of the Rings kind of way. It's the end, like we're putting this to bed.
They canceled Coyote versus Acme.
Literally
same thing that they did with fucking Batman movie.
I literally just had to tell somebody that today. Somebody posted, they're like, this thing looks like it's going to be good. And they did it for insurance.
That's what I thought too. I thought the movie looked totally wicked.
It was the most original idea they've done for a Looney Tunes movie. And it
looked so cool. I was like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah, I was.
So now are they just making movies to then do that with?
More or
because
less.
It makes more money to then claim bankruptcy of the movie or whatever the fuck.
I don't think they made it to do that. I think they realized that as a quick, because the box office is just kicking everybody's ass right now. I think their deal is that if they do that on a few quick ones right now, they can recoup a little bit of money and and then regroup for the next round.
Because they think they'll make nothing on it. Why don't they put it out on their streaming thing then, at least?
Well, and speaking of which, I saw a thing.
What do they Crave?
Yeah.
Crave. What the fuck? Like?
Nobody except us knows what Crave is. Our listeners. Our listeners are almost exclusively Americans.
Well, what's their version of Crave?
They don't have a version of Crave. They just have different things. That would be like saying Netflix is their version of Crave.
Different?
They don't, but that's it. Like, it's just, they've got like 10 or 15 other ones, and like we've got 10 or 15 other ones, right? So it's like,
well, yeah, but it's still Netflix over there.
They've got Netflix and they've
Disney
got
Plus.
Yeah, there's ones, but there's no equivalent to Crave
like
because Crave is a Bell owned thing. They don't have Bell.
Okay, so what I'm saying then is, what is the Warner Brothers version in the States? Isn't it HBO Max?
HBO Max.
There you go. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah,
I got you. I'm on board now. Yeah, and more or less that's where it goes, and that is where it should.
Yeah, why didn't they just put it there?
Yeah, and then what's really funny is then you go the other way. Jake Gyllenhaal is doing the remake of Roadhouse.
Ooh,
and
Roadhouse. And people are screaming for that one.
It was testing really well. Like they've tested it with audiences, and it's been really well received and stuff like that. And they're dropping it on fucking Amazon.
No way.
So it's
What the shit?
so it's gonna run, but it's gonna be on the streaming service when they're like, this thing could make money and people could really like it.
Yeah.
But I think they're concerned because they're like, it's an R-rated movie, so we're cutting our audience in half.
Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
But that was the whole thing in the 80s. It was like being underage and watching a RoboCop.
I don't think
shit, right? Like,
I don't think we're gonna see a movie that makes money until Deadpool comes out. To be honest,
and then until
like out of anybody, I'm not like nobody's gonna do it
in general. Yeah,
because I was having this conversation with somebody.
Fuck, I can't say no to that. I don't fucking know what else is coming out.
Because they were talking about the Marvels and they're like, the Marvels flopped and blah blah blah. And yeah, it definitely lost a lot of money and all that kind of stuff. But I'm like, you also have to take into account
it was good.
It was the highest grossing movie of that period.
Yeah,
right.
Well, we talked about Solo, $300 million flop.
Well, because people inflate like the money you can't see, right? They're like, well, I'm like, it's like $150 million budget or whatever. They're like, yeah, but it cost $500 million to think. I'm like, no, it didn't.
Yeah.
No, it fucking didn't. I was like, because one of the big problems with that movie was that it was not marketed enough. And, but we were talking about that and I'm like, so like, because they're like, oh, that movie's a flop. I'm like, then why are you going to call Killers of a Flower Moon a success? Cost almost the exact same amount of money.
$300 million.
Yeah, and it made way less.
Damn it, I didn't go see it. I think it might be gone.
Yeah, it made.
That's it for me.
Yeah, it made way less. It's not going to be on Netflix. It's
I thought it was movie. Apple TV. Or something.
Maybe it is Apple. I don't fucking know.
I'll never see it.
Yeah, but like that's my thing though. Is like that was the thing. I'm like, there's this, and they're like, "What you're gonna say?" Because they had nothing to go against. That's why I'm like, "Killers of a Flower Moon" is a fucking Oscar contender, full of Oscar winners. Don't even start with me.
But it was. I heard it was like $300 million it cost,
and that's the thing,
or something like that.
And that's exactly the thing. And it made way less money than the Marvels.
Made no money.
Nobody is going, "Oh, that movie's a flop. What a bad thing. They should stop making."
That's a very good point. That's a very good point.
Yeah, because the Marvels kicked the shit out of everything in the box office
at that time.
The only problem is that nothing made money.
5.
No, it didn't make as much as money as almost any Marvel movie.
Right,
and that's because.
Of money.
But the reason is more because everybody's like, "Well, it's because it's a bad movie and nobody wants to watch superhero movies." I'm like, then don't tell me that because that means they all went to go watch all those other movies.
Yeah,
and they didn't.
Right. I'm telling you right now, it's because it's a movie that starred 3 women.
Oh hell yeah!
That's why.
Hell yeah!
And we spoke about it before. Yeah. I think the movie was terrific. I really liked it.
It was a very fun movie. It was very much in the spirit of a Guardians movie.
Agreed. I really liked it. It was cheeky. It was fun.
Yeah.
But like I said, we had just spoke about this before, and that was something that I didn't want to say because I thought it was going to be, but it was like, I don't think the North American white dude public wants to see, especially minority women, starring in a fucking movie. They want to see Tony Starks. They want man, raw. That's what they want.
Yeah.
Now that Tony Starks is gone, and I think that Marvel should have had a hard reset. They should have waited some time because I also think that they jumped the gun, throwing, come on, like Shang-Chi I think is one of the best fucking Marvel movies out there. Yeah.
And this is the problem because obviously they're doing another Shang-Chi. He's going to be a part of going to be a part of the Avengers, the Jonathan Majorless Avengers, because he just got found guilty and he's officially out of the MCU.
Well, they're going to drop anyways. Like, do you think that if it came the other way, they'd be like, "Sorry, dude, come back"? Like,
I think when it comes to their big picture, because I mean, this whole phase was planned out based on him. I think if he was found like flat out not guilty, like no doubt in your mind kind of thing, he'd be back, no problem. I think if it was really going to be a PR nightmare for them, they wouldn't have risked it. I
think that the restart of the Marvel love is going to come with Captain America 4.
Yeah.
Something is going on with this movie. I think Hulk's the bad guy.
Yeah.
Or Red Hulk. Something is happening because there's all Hulk. It's like all fucking Hulk.
That Red Hulk would be an interesting one because you have to introduce him because we're about to get into the Thunderbolts.
Yes.
So that's going to be...
I'm telling you right now, it's all Hulk. I don't know if Hulk is and then to stop him, then he turns into Red Hulk and teams up and then... Yeah.
But I think that Deadpool is going to be the movie that gets everybody excited because that's the next one. No, it's not the next one. There's one coming between now and then, but it's the only one coming. I can't remember.
Yeah, Deadpool 2 is going to make mad cash. Like, come on. It's going to be rated R.
It's going to be rated R. It's going to be bringing back like a bunch of characters from like friggin' Jennifer Garner is going to be playing Elektra in it.
I heard.
Like,
Spoiler, right? Like,
yeah, no, I know, but like,
they do the multiverse thing.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! But they're gonna make fun of it though, so it'll be cheap. It'll be fun. It'll be cool.
It'll be cheeky. And
What I was gonna say was like the end credit scene in the Marvels.
Yes.
Was like the shit.
Yeah.
I feel that is whatever. Nobody's watched it. It's the X-Men.
Yeah.
It's the X-Men.
It's freaking, and of
spoiler alert, whatever, who cares?
I miss
it's the X-Men, and I said, okay, so after Thing, I believe that what they can do now is put their money in X-Men. X-Men. Start the X-Men like they did with the Avengers. Forget even the Avengers. Forget them for a while. Forget them.
Take a break.
Forget them, and we'll just do X-Men now.
Yeah.
So
and that's what's going. Well, they're going to have a double thing because they're going to have X-Men and they're going to have Fantastic Four at almost the exact same time.
See, there's still. Oh my god, they're not going to do Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic. Come on,
I doubt it. I'm kind of bummed that they blew their load on Krasinski because I think that would have been good. I don't think that necessarily because he was in the multiverse version stops him from being it.
They can find him now. Yeah, it kind of does.
No, if there's different Doctor Stranges, there's different Loki. Like, it's like sometimes they look the same, sometimes they don't. Like, whatever.
You're absolutely right. They still could use them.
Now, my question for you, though, if we're gonna let's just jump back to Jonathan Majors for a second. They've got a couple of different options. They've already taken Kang Dynasty off of the Avengers title for now. Do they replace Kang?
Why not?
Or do they go in one of the directions that's going to bring them to the next thing? Because they're talking about potentially the Beyonder being the bad guy. They're talking about potentially Dr. Doom.
Cool. Doom is the man, but Doom's the Fantastic Four. Doom will be introduced with Fantastic Four. He should be.
Yeah, but
Doom's the man.
Some people were thinking, because I think that Avengers movie isn't going to come out until after the Fantastic Four is introduced, not in their own movie, but.
Oh, so they're like almost done making this thing.
They might be. I don't fucking.
Like, holy shit.
Well, not Fantastic Four.
Not Fantastic Four, but the new Captain America movie.
The Captain America movie, yes, but
should be done.
But not the two Avengers movies that are coming out. They're still ways off.
Well, yeah, because they're now. What the fuck do we do now?
But I think we're slowly kind of coming up over this hill because inflation's kind of easing up a bit, and I think that there's this little kind of negative space in the movies right now, and I think that Daredevil's going to get people excited because he's going to be able to do things that actually are about the MCU.
There's a Daredevil movie?
No, I said Daredevil, and I didn't mean to. I meant to say Deadpool.
Oh, okay. I was so excited when you said that. I was like, whoa!
Thank you very much. Well, although Daredevil, the show is coming, but that's Daredevil Reborn.
Right.
And he's
gold suit.
He's the gold suit, yeah. Which everybody was
fucking A. I like the red one, but fuck the gold suit.
I know. I prefer.
You're gonna be in the nighttime with that thing on.
I know, right?
You're blind. Everyone can see you.
I know.
Like, what the shit?
Well, maybe the fights have been getting too easy lately.
Right. Maybe. Yeah.
But Echo's coming in the near future, and that's gonna be fun. I think. Yeah.
Maybe we'll have to go through DCEU for a while. They kind of do, right? Come on.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what they do because they've got to make a lot of decisions and a lot of casting things that are going to excite people. There is a big rumor that Jason Momoa is still going to be a part of the new DC universe as Lobo. Because he thought that's what he auditioned for the first time. He was telling his story.
That makes so much sense of him being Lobo.
Yeah, because he showed up. And before him, what was Aquaman? Aquaman was just like a blonde soap opera actor, right? Like he was the same dude in every version. And then they brought him in and he did this audition and he was like, oh, I'm figuring because they're doing the universe and they're going to have Batman and Superman. Well, you can have Lobo because he fights both of them.
Right.
And then, so that's what he thought he did. And they're like, oh, they really liked you and they want to go. And he's like, oh man, Lobo. And they're like, no. He's like, then what? And they're like, Aquaman. And he was like, what?
Like, what the fuck, Aquaman?
And I'm like, but I'm also like, he wasn't a mega star at that point, but he also wasn't small. He's not being told what he's auditioned for.
Stargate Atlantis. Of course, he's huge.
Yeah, I forgot about that actually. That was when he was just a little Samoan.
Like, oh my god, totally.
But
what a fucking show.
But I mean, he at least had like Game of Thrones and shit under his belt. Right? Like, he was known.
We had lots of shit though, like that though.
He's Lenny Kravitz's wiener cousin. Like, there's lots of cool things going on.
Wiener cousin. Fuck yeah, they are.
Wiener cousin or Eskimo brother.
I was Eskimo brothers out of the wieners.
Yeah, Eskimo brothers out of the league. So I didn't want to take that. But yeah. So there's a lot of stuff going on, and I think there's a chance to like reignite some excitement right at the time when you might actually see a little bit of a resurgence in the box office. Because if people are excited about it, but nobody can afford to go to the movies, it's not going to matter.
Oh, come on, there's always cheap day. Like, come on, everybody can afford to go to the movies. You don't have to buy $80 worth of popcorn or like
no,
whatever.
but you have to take a family a lot of times.
Yeah.
I was like, nobody going to the thing. It's like, we're talking like still like $60 sometimes.
That's
it's
ridiculous.
Like, I can't. And
It's
it's like,
absolutely ridiculous.
It's not like when we used to go to 425 movies and we'd go see 3 a week. It just that doesn't exist anymore. When you're like, if I go on my own, I can go see a couple of extra ones, and that's great. But like if I'm bringing the family, it's a thing. Like it's at least $100.
Maybe maybe the audience is gone now. Maybe they don't care about the Marvel movies anymore. Maybe they're done. Maybe they're like, I don't give a shit. Now it's on Tony Stark's. Like, I'm done.
I don't know, because they show up for the shows about nobody.
The Beyonder, though, is a way to bring them back.
Yeah.
To have one off with Tony Stark in the movie, that'd be huge. Like,
well, and what's interesting is, again, because like, you've got these different sects of people in Marvel, right? You've got the super duper comic book fans who want to see just these things, although they'll still get mad at the dumb shit. Like, because somebody just brought out, and this with no statement of fact, it was like the rumor is that they're going to make Silver Surfer a girl.
Hot.
And then they were like, "This is bullshit. This is woke bullshit." Blah blah blah. Nobody from Disney has said that.
One ever said
Nobody
that.
has done that.
Yeah.
You're mad at literally nothing right now.
They would,
But comic book purists, why are you mad when there was a female Silver Surfer?
Was there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure there was. Fucking
but that's my thing. It's like there's always something. But I didn't like that one because it was a girl. I like one with nice abs.
Exactly. This is what we're make the movies cheaper then.
I think every bro is like the gayest person in the closet.
Well, yeah.
Every one of them
are gay.
All of them.
Exactly. Why would you hate somebody so much? Why would it even bother you what somebody else is doing in the luxury of their own home? Why? Because you want to go in there and you want to do that. Why would it bother you?
Every time I've seen a homophobic tweet or something, I pictured on the other end Chris Cooper at the end of American Beauty kissing Kevin Spacey.
That's exactly it. Yes.
Exactly.
Homophobes are gay, man. They're the fucking gayest people on the planet. Just be gay. Just suck a couple dicks and chill. Like, who gives a fuck? Like,
and then you probably won't. You probably won't be down with the taste or something because you get some sweaty dude, and then you're gonna be like, I'm off that now.
Oh,
and
come
then
on, that's what gets you.
And then but then it's like they can land in a you do you.
You do you, right? At least they'll get away from the whatever one they're in. The you do you, which they will.
You boo.
They're like, you know what? I'm tired of these cocks. Yeah. I'll just suck my own.
And then if we want to talk about more phobes, so the
phobe
Oh god, yeah. GTA 6, the trailer got leaked a couple days before because people are assholes.
2025.
Then it comes out, and then of course the internet. It's a girl.
What do you mean?
The main character's a girl.
Oh god, well, there's probably multiple characters. Wasn't there multiple in the other one?
Two that I know. There's 3 in the last one.
Who doesn't want to play as a girl?
Bros. I gotta be a boy so I can have a dick.
Yeah, like I would rather look at a girl's ass the whole game than some dude.
I don't care whose ass is in front of me because that's not what I'm doing.
Exactly.
I'm not there to jerk off to friggin' GTA. Did they say
the same thing about like Horizon Forbidden West? Like I can handle it in the first one, but why did they change to a man in the next one?
That's why I'm saying go back to 1986 or whatever year it was. And when Samus takes off the helmet, it's a girl. I've been a girl the whole time. Guaranteed. People would have lost their mind.
Am I gay? Does that make me gay?
Nintendo, go woke, go broke.
Oh, fuck.
But then it started happening. People started just throwing out rumors. I heard that she's trans. They're forcing a trans person. No, again, nobody has said that.
I heard.
You're afraid of nothing.
I heard.
And that's what I said. And I'm like, these big tough guys, and they're all like, I'm an army vet.
I was in the bathroom at Hooters, and I thought I heard somebody from the shitters say that she's a trans.
Every fucking one of them scared of their own shadow.
Scared of their own dick shadow.
God almighty. And it was just like, I'm like, the game is going to be fucking fire because you know it is.
I wonder when they made that decision, and they like I watched like the toys that made us, and it was like Nintendo, and it was super cool, and it was about like Miyamoto like making like Zelda and the first Mario.
Yeah.
I wonder at what point in time did they know the whole time that Samus was going to be a chick at the end, or did they at the end be like, oh, let's make it a girl?
I'm sure they did because I really only learned a lot about this through Ready Player 2. But like Japan had no problem making girls the heroes in their game.
Oh,
they were doing it all the time. Well, there was and again, this was a Ready Player 2 thing, but one of the references they used was this game that was, I believe, was called Ninja Princess in the.
I think I know that game.
And then it became Sega Ninja when it brought it over here.
Yeah.
And they just the Americans hid the fact that it was a girl, and they changed the end of the game. So it was like a girl being rescued instead of like the prince or whatever the thing was. But like that was the thing. It was just the ninja was a girl.
Because they didn't
give a shit. But then they were like, American boys won't play as a girl.
It's true.
So
as we're seeing now with,
So I'm like, I don't like to them. I think the deal was that they just like that's not really something that's on their radar. So they just were like, it's
watch
girl.
This is gonna rock the mic. It's like middle of the night.
Don't make me.
You're like middle of the night. You're like, oh
shit,
here we go. Like, is this gonna wake anybody up?
You're not even doing it on camera. Why did you not see? Here's how you're an asshole. You've got a mic right here where you could have really, really fucking fed into that. Plus, you hit it from the camera. You're like,
I don't know. I'm not sponsored yet, bro.
But here's what you're doing. You're reaching under the camera going, this is going to be real loud. Nobody knows what the fuck you're doing.
What if I go here? It could pop the mic. I don't know what's going to happen. It could explode the mic.
No, but nobody even knew what you were doing. Nobody knew what you were holding.
Oh, they should.
You had your hands down here.
Put it in
like, this is going to be
my
loud.
wiener. It was me cracking my pants open.
Fuck.
Could have been anything.
Well, that's, Jesus.
Anyways, it was a pop.
Yeah. But it just would have been fun. That was like you could have got the nice ASMR deal going on.
I didn't want to break some things,
I appreciate that.
I would crack it open. You'd be like, you broke the mic. Oh, it's so loud.
Can I be like frightfully honest with you right now, though? I've got so many goddamn mics in this house. I don't even care.
Wow.
I don't even care.
Not even know that one.
This one I care about because I have to give it back and it has to be in good order. Although I will tell them if it comes back and there's something wrong with it and they're like, hey, what the hell? I'll be like, I fucking told you that I didn't want to have to like have one that was being passed around because this kind of shit happens. But great mic. but I have literally, I just cleaned up. There's still a microphone down there. There's another microphone.
We're just like stepping on mics.
There's another microphone in here that's great. Then there's the
there's
other.
One in there. There's one stuffed in there.
There's one right here. There's one right there. There's another one. I don't know where I put it now, but there's another one around there somewhere. I just moved 4 microphones into the bedroom so they weren't all stuck under the table. And then I have another.
You need to have like a micro.
I have 10 more in the
like
closet.
A garage sale of fucking.
Not allowed to sell them. When they're given to you for review, you're not allowed to sell them. I can give them away.
Oh, that's cool.
So
have like a thing. Let's have a microphone giveaway.
Yeah.
Who needs a microphone?
Yeah. Somebody on here.
Yeah. What the shit?
First person on here. Here's gonna be the thing. Put in the comments. You have to either point me at your podcast or your YouTube channel to show me that you're not just going to take this mic and sell it, that you actually are going to use it.
Right, that's a good point.
So put in there, and then if we get multiples, Todd and I will look through them all, and we'll pick the one that shows the most promise and needs the microphone the most. And I know we're
Mr. Beast.
Yeah, Mr. Beast could probably use it. I saw a thing, they went into like his like equipment warehouse, and he had it was just this rack just full of GoPros. He has like 400 GoPros because like when he does some of his videos, he has to place them literally everywhere.
Right.
It's just like, fuck, live the life, baby.
400 GoPros. That's life, man.
Yeah.
And he's got so much money, he doesn't even set them up.
Yeah.
Somebody else does.
Yeah.
I think Mr. Beast does in his day.
He
wakes up and makes money.
You know what? Well, yeah, that happens. But a couple of different people have like toured his like big facility because he started in like this little office building that he like rented like a floor out of. Then he moved to like a warehouse so he could build sets. Now he's in this like mecca facility that's like 3/4 of North Carolina.
Right.
And it's
like bigger than the studios that make movies and
so
shit.
now he builds like 4 or 5 sets, like as he's prepping videos so they can go from one to the next to the next to the next. Then he does ones outside. So he just did one where he had 2 people who were stuck in a room together for 100 days, and if they both made it the 100 days, then they would split $500,000.
That's it.
Well, for 100 for 3
more
months.
money on that for nothing.
Nah,
3 months? That's not bad.
That's not bad. He did that with one guy alone, but this was the twist.
Shit in the room with the other person and all that.
Well, there was a bathroom, but the twist on this was, though, if one person left, neither person got the money, right? So you had to
lose it.
So you got to not drive the other person nuts.
And if they're like, "Oh, I'm leaving," you're like, "You are not leaving." It's 2.5 months. What the fuck? Like,
I will kill you.
I
will literally kill you.
Yeah.
And then they did and then what was crazy? So they did things like every 10 days they would bring something in, and they were like, "We'll give you this, but it'll cost you this much of your money." So like it'll cost you $25,000 each. But we will give you a personal chef, and he'll make you whatever you want every day for the rest of the challenge. And they said no, and they had all this canned shit. And I'm like, I would have 100% said yes, because they were saying the first 10 days, they're like, we're literally eating the same thing every day. This is crazy. Like it's just like but it was like canned chicken and shit, and it was like it's already driving us nuts. I'm like, so you could have got this guy and had anything you wanted, as like that variety would have kept you going forever.
Yes.
I wouldn't even. And then they offered other things, like they were like, okay, we'll bring you, and they had a bunch of options that were like cheaper, and they're like, here's all the Harry Potter books, so you've got something to read. Here's like all this. You could make a phone call to your family, one phone call.
That'd be a good one.
And it was stuff like, and it was really interesting, right, to see how it went. And then you got all the way to the end, and they ended up buying some stuff, so their total prize was down. But then they got to the end, and then they did that steal or share thing. So it's like, hit the red button if you're going to steal, hit the green button if you're going to share. If you both hit the green, you split the money. If one of you hits the green, the other one hits red. The guy who hits the one who hits the green gets everything.
Whoa.
And if you both hit the red, then nobody gets anything. And they both hit the green.
That would be the best.
Yeah.
Why the hell wouldn't you?
Right? Well, it's
the risk of like, holy shit.
I saw that on a British game show, and the person was fucking.
I would murder the person
because
I would murder them.
They were talking to each other. Now this wasn't that much money. It was like $10,000. Whatever. And they were sitting there, and he's like, "I'm not going to screw you over. I need this money. I know you need this money. I swear on my life, I'm not going to screw you over." And then the other person's like, "Please don't screw me over." And I kept going to him, "Please don't screw me over. Please don't. I don't know what I'd do. I couldn't survive if I got screwed over." Then she screwed him over.
That's the start of a wicked, creepy movie.
Yeah.
And the other person just like ruins their life. Like, you motherfucker, I'm going to ruin your life now. Yeah. That's the second part of the show.
It starts taking half of everything. Takes one of her kids.
Yeah, or something. That's the start of a fucking movie right there, man.
See, we're gonna write this movie, and we're gonna do it fully out of like a sociopathic. Here's what I would have done if they fucked me over.
No, it would have just been like, you piece of shit.
Yeah, it was just.
I'm sure they don't have like police standing by, because like I'm sure that person.
Oh God!
Like, holy shit!
I couldn't even have imagined.
But I'm sure anybody that even watched that would have been like, you motherfucker!
Yeah.
Like, do you think anybody would have been proud of that person? Like,
oh God, no.
Piece of shit!
God,
like, yeah, you won the money, but what the fuck? Like, you could have saved face and just split it.
There was a little bit of a ringer in this, though, because one of the people who was in it, I don't know if he still is. He probably isn't, but he at least was one of Mr. Beast's editors back in the day who was doing it. But he often puts them in challenges because that's like a bonus for them. He's like, I can get you. He's like, yeah, I'm not going to pay you like $400,000 a year to do that job, but I will pay you a normal, fair salary and then give you the opportunity to get some extra, like in a video. Or
oh my God, like
that,
in.
right?
That's such a weird. How do do your taxes work working for Mr. Beast? Like, how the fuck does that work? Like,
yeah, well,
you're an entrepreneur, and then you just do the taxes. Like,
yeah,
that guy, dude, Mr. Beast must be a tax logistical nightmare.
Yeah, well,
all that shit, like,
well, and I'll take you even further into it. He operates Mr. Beast, the channel, at a loss. He spends more money than he makes on the channel. But he has other channels that cost nothing. So he had like his Mr. Beast Gaming, Beast Reacts, and those other ones. They make a ton of money because all the people like while maybe 130 million people watch his big videos, like 60 million people watch his other videos, and they're making tons of money.
Right.
And it's literally, it would be like you and me if we stood up right now and put on like TikToks and we're like, oh shit, look at that TikTok.
Right.
But 60 million people watch that, so he's getting a ton of money.
Yeah, no, that's easy. Right, that's so cool to say, like, I operate at a loss, but you're also like Ticketmaster, where you have 18 other fucking companies that are making cash.
No, but that's what I'm saying. But this is a part of the logistical nightmare. That's what I'm saying.
Like,
is because he gets credit, like rebates, and like he gets credit for that because he's losing money on his major business.
He's making so much money that I guarantee you he has the best money people in the business.
Oh god, yeah.
They know all the loopholes. They know what to do. Like
hell
that shit.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And that's the thing. And I think that's two reasons why he operates at a loss. One is that tax thing, because he can claim all of that as a loss and recoup so much money. Even though he's making money hand over fist.
That's so weird to say, like, operating at a loss when you're making so much money, but then it's all coming back around, right?
And he's got like investments, and he's got like his money is everywhere. So
well, you guess that's how you really. He's like a real estate.
That's where the money is.
So much shit.
And then he's licensed the Mr. Beast burger thing, and he's the Feastables chocolate and like all that. Like he's just
exactly. That's how you make your money, man.
Passive income, baby.
Yeah,
it's the shit you don't work.
I'm surprised he's not like bought a bunch of wineries and like fucking booze companies, and he's probably got his money.
He doesn't drink, so I don't know that he would get into that.
Wow, you don't have to do. No, you want to make money.
No, fair enough. Speaking of which, I saw a video. This is a little off topic. There was a video. You know how Bryan Cranston and Aaron Paul of Breaking Bad fame together, they started a tequila company together, and they were doing some appearance. Frankie Muniz showed up with this giant case of competitors tequila and bring up. But the best part was, and it just warmed my heart, Bryan Cranston looked like his dad again. Just the biggest smile on his face. He pulled him over and gave him a big kiss on the cheek. He was just like, "My boy's home."
He's gonna go shit with it. They loved it.
It was so nice because he was just like it wasn't even like, "Oh, you're doing a funny prank." He's just like, I'm seeing my boy.
Yeah, he's like, "Holy shit, there you are."
He was so happy. He's not as happy when he sees the Masterson brothers come around.
Meryl Streep Masterson, Antonio.
Oh God.
Remember her?
Yeah, I remember her. I'll never forget.
Who doesn't?
How long? Okay, we're about an hour. Forever. Anyways, so it's obviously it's the 22nd right now it's the 21st as we're doing this. It's about to be the 22nd, so I literally have to edit this and pop it out before I go to bed tonight so that people have it. But Monday is Christmas Day, and we do not want to leave you without a Christmas gift. So we're not going to tell you right now what movie we're doing. I am going to tell you that it's going to be fucking fun as shit. Christmas Day. You don't have to listen on Christmas Day unless you're lonely and sad, or you just have a period in time where everybody's got the turkey sleeps and they're all down.
Or the turkey shits.
Or the turkey shits, yeah.
I like a little of both.
Yeah.
You wake up, you're like, oh shit.
Turkey's gonna give you back 90 minutes of your day one way or the other.
Yep.
So you can check it out then. I promise it's going to be worth it. I promise it's going to be worth it, okay? So we will see you then. In the meantime, have a happy and safe weekend. People who have already celebrated Hanukkah, we wish you happy that. Okay.
Happy Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, all that shit.
Yeah. I actually, because one of my coworkers is Jewish, and I forgot when Hanukkah was, so I was like, oh shit, because I usually wish him a happy Hanukkah, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, I'm really bad at holidays where the date doesn't stay static.
Right.
I was like, I never know when Easter is.
Yep, neither do I. Same thing. Fuck.
And it's just it's just that thing, right? And I'm just like, so I was like, I apologize, and it was
Boxing Day.
It was like not Boxing Day. I've got my head wrapped around.
I don't know.
It's on September Boxuaries, right?
Who knows?
But yeah, so I was just like, I'm really sorry, and he was totally fine. It was no big. He's like, I'm not affected at all by your anti-Semitism, but no, he no, and it was I caught him just before it ended though, so I was like, yes, under the gun. I made it.
There's bad shit going on out there, man.
Yeah,
bad shit,
really bad.
There's wars and people they're not doing well. And
No.
so, be good to each other.
Yeah.
Give somebody a sweater, donate something, be nice.
Here's your challenge
Fucking,
too. Yeah. Here's your challenge. Somebody who's not being nice to you, be nice to them anyways.
fucking A.
Right? Just
Well, unless a real dick. Come on, right? Like
yeah. Well, I mean, there are limits, but I mean, if he's just being a jerk, just
A
fucking
Grinch.
yeah. No, Grinches get stinches.
Oh,
Okay. Is that the worst thing I've ever said?
it may be.
Oh God. Grinches get stinches.
What's a stench?
I don't know, but that's you know what it is? It's a t-shirt that I'm designing tonight.
Grinches get stenches, bud.
Get stinches.
It's like Staples, but in the Grinch world, their skin rips differently. It's a stench, kind of like a stent. Yeah, it keeps their blood flowing.
I guess.
Oh fuck!
Why are you dragging it against the thing that's gonna capture all the stuff?
You're like fucking what's his name from Rage Against the Machine playing the guitar.
My other microphone.
This guy's two micing tonight. Holy fuck! Look at this guy.
I did not sleep with that woman.
Yeah,
And then we get extra
know.
cameras.
We know.
Here, take a camera.
We know,
Take a
thanks.
camera. I'll take a camera too.
Remember Hardware?
It's stuck.
Remember that movie Hardware?
I do.
I
got a camera too.
I'm the Borg. Hey, Ball. What's your name there? What's his name? Picard. Hey,
Borg.
Picard.
Here, give me that one for a sec. Johnny
Whoa.
5
Whoa.
is
You
alive.
wish. You fucking wish.
Oh man, we're never gonna get to sleep tonight. I'm not gonna allow it. All right, everybody. That is it for this episode. If we don't, well, we're not gonna see you until Christmas. But if you don't pick us up by then, Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Catch you next time.
Or whatever you believe. Whatever. Fuck it.
Fuck. Even if you don't believe, just I don't know. You need Jesus.
I have to explain what a stench is.
It's a stench. Bye. All.